So real quick, I recently got a banning on my YouTube video for my alternative version of history of what happened to the Holocaust. I didn't say anything related to hate speech. I'm starting to realize why people don't like each other these days. Yeah, well, I mean, sorry, let me rephrase that. I'm starting to realize why you can't make money in the arts. No, you can't, because no one knows what hate speech is, right? So let's look up what hate speech is. Neither does YouTube. They just feel really pissed off at something. So it's abusive or threatening speech or writing that expresses prejudice against a particular group. I didn't write anything about that. What I talked about was that Hitler never started the Holocaust to exterminate the Jewish people because he hated the Jews or he thought Germans were superior. He started the Holocaust so he can kill people to get immortality stones. Dude, that's a theory. That's a magic ritual that's been found since the 1800s. That's not racist. That's called people who are triggered by stuff. This is why I don't like society. If you, whoever it is on YouTube, if you don't like an idea, don't just remove shit. I don't care if you run the fucking website. You're supposed to make money for the company. Right? Have a conversation with that guy. I don't understand people these days. So you just ban shit because you don't like it? I don't know who's in charge, the mods are, but I don't know who's in charge, but why don't you have a conversation with people? You don't just remove shit no matter how offensive it is, okay? You can be anti-First Amendment, that's fine. Have a conversation with that guy, because you never know. People might actually want to view it. Don't just blanket ban shit. There's people who read offensive shit all the time. Filter them out, right? You can install an app that changes channel. You waste your time so much with YouTube already. It's like, I can't go live without like 500 viewers or something. No one has time to do that. How does anyone expect to make money on YouTube? You waste your time on really, really stupid shit, actually. I'm not going to talk about this for too long. I'm going to probably not talk about any of this anymore, right? If I do any of these vids, it's going to have to be a private vid, and you guys, the first 50 viewers are going to have to send emails, right? It's going to be a real downgrade, because I'm not having, see, the thing I'm starting to realize about a lot of these vids is people can always bully smaller YouTubers with no subscribers, right? Right? So if you get bigger, the people in mods can bully you less, right? Right? For all I know, it might have been removed because they had an ego issue. Right? I almost feel like he's just threatened that he has he's just threatened that I have a bigger dick than him. That's pretty much all I can interpret from this at this point. All right? This is just wasting time. Who hired these YouTubers? You can keep your same stance. Why don't you just create a filter, right? Filter people with certain sensibilities. Just send a poll survey. It's not that hard. So they never have to see those channels again, right? Right? As much as you hate to admit it, might take more work, but if you have a shitty API where you can only go live for 10 minutes or upload a video for 10 minutes, you can only upload it within 10-minute spurts, right? It's not that bad, but if you can only do it for 10 minutes and not longer, because I know Facebook did it for a couple hours when it went live, right? Right? Can't you install like an iCloud drive, right? There's got to be something to work with iCloud. You don't even have to upload live. Am I being an asshole? I don't know. Might as well tell the truth. Right? So you could have an iCloud repository, form a relationship with Kim Cook, right? And I'm not saying I don't really like anyone here. I'm starting to realize a lot of people don't hire. I'm probably not going to talk about this because I'm not getting paid, right? I'm going to go back. I'm going to go and do commercial shoots purely now. I don't have any subscribers. I don't have any followers. I'm better off at this point, right? Where we're heading off into I'm heading off either CS or IT, so one of these fields. Because at least there's a chance to actually sell myself, right? You can't sell yourself in the arts. Yeah. either commercialized or something. So anyways, yeah, there's no hate speech. There's no hate speech in this video. I am not going to say I urge you to change your mind, but there's no hate speech in these videos whatsoever. It's just an alternative conspiracy theory interpretation of why Hitler actually engaged in the Holocaust. Right? He made scions, right? He turned the people who died into demonic soldiers. That's not racist. Right? That's not abusive or threatening. That's just reality. If you, as a Jewish person, do not like the fact that people don't say what they mean, which is pretty much the gist of it, because that's very common. People never say what they mean. Right? Why else do you think YouTube is a big waste of time and designed to be a waste of time, right? Right? Because you could have an iCloud drive have like 500 terabytes. It would have made you less money in the long, but in the long run, you would have made more. Right? Because you can only you would be able to compete against Facebook. You'd have to actually have a legitimate case. Yeah. There's no point talking about this. The problem with a lot of I'm even getting banned for like pro-friendly corporate content now. I don't think any of these companies even know what the fuck they're doing anymore, right? I thought they cared about the corporation. It turns out neither do the CEOs. They don't even know what helps their company function, period. Because otherwise this really wouldn't have been banned, right? Right? Because wouldn't a CEO want to live forever? Wouldn't they be interested in trying to figure out how many people they kill to live forever? No, they don't know. They don't care, right? I'm just presenting stuff that I thought was super friendly to a corporate, right? How's that not? Because I thought they were all hunting for immortality, right? Right? Yeah. I think a lot of people are pretty stupid these days. Right? Silicon's quality is just to live forever, right? Killing people, like the Holocaust, in my theory, helps you live forever. That's not offensive. That's just true. We have a pretty stupid planet to think this is offensive, right? I've been pro-corporate for a while now. I'm starting to realize it really isn't worth being pro-corporate in certain directions. My entire schema for since I've started the first video vlog on YouTube has been I'm pro-corporate, right? Not pro-corporate entirely, but I've been neutral or pro-corporate because I believe being for the corporation generates money for the economy. But if you ban shit like this, no one's going to care. No one's going to care about the sponsors, right? Right? I'm not going to care enough, right? I will care more when I get money, right? You can't just short people forever. America appears not to understand the concept of giving in reciprocation, right? Right? They don't understand that. If they understood that, they would have not banned a bunch of stuff. And neither does Facebook. They apparently don't understand what censorship is, right? I got banned by some right-winger named Stykes, right? Right? There's no understanding of anything, right? They just don't understand jack shit. They don't understand what censorship is. A lot of them just ban stuff because they can. They just... censorship's really just I'm bullying weaker people on my channel. And it's not... Even if you support First Amendment to make money on your website, you can still install a filter, can't you? A lot of people on YouTube and Facebook are pretty lazy. They should install a filter for their users, right? Right? You're just filtering for keywords. Do you really have time to... You just ban someone's ass, like Wendy's ass on Facebook. You get banned. Why can't you just have a filter for the comments so they don't see it? Didn't people used to invent a filter? Is that too hard? Maybe not. Maybe it's too long. Yeah. Well, it would if it was an independent project, but you guys are paid a lot. You didn't need to like remove people's channels. My opinion is just invent a filter, right? Filter keywords. Who cares, right? You want to be super safe. If you see like one image of an ass, just prevent them. That guy's offended. Don't just make sure it's blocked so he never sees anything remotely like an ass, right? You filter your search results, right? That's called a censorship thing, right? That's the ultimate form of censorship. Now you get nothing in the mail, right? I don't think a lot of these companies, and now I could be full of shit. I don't think anyone in these companies actually knows what they're doing. That is just my opinion of someone who couldn't get past school successfully. Yeah, invent a filter. You see Google search results, right? They don't know what a filter is. Basically a form of censorship. So let's look at it. Let's look at us and let's look at this, right? So I don't mind posting these things on Daily Motion, but I will really have to start thinking about this. And here's the thing. I'm a very flexible email marketer, right? I can still do the arts. I just have to go to like MySpace and a lot of these unpopular forums. I have to email market for a while. I don't mind if advertisers are interested, but honestly, I have to prioritize. Do people care about YouTube? It seems like Google is still a high stock right now, right? Right. If you want me to do these vids again, I can shoot it in MySpace. I can shoot in a lot of these Newgrounds even too, right? But I really would need some actual signs, right? Not of like people are interested, not like, 0 views, right? Right? Because otherwise I'm shooting commercial vids for the advertiser. Because people may not like that as much. But like at least I'm not getting attacked for being too pro-corporate, apparently. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I feel like I want to fly out of the United States after this. Anyways, you can filter stuff, right? Look, see, past hour, this is a form of censorship, right? You're filtering stuff out. So by saying the past hour, you're censoring videos that are for a week, month, or a year, right? Is this censorship? Am I wrong? You have a filter in Google. You don't need to remove stuff. You don't need mods. You might as well fire them. Let's say you don't like right-wing videos. Just look on the filter search engine, right? Say, hey, no right-wing vids, right? Hey, there you go. You're a left-winger. You don't get to see that shit anymore. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what people do these days. They remove vids, but you could. I mean, people who shop actually engage in organic censorship, right? So, if you ever heard of a Comic Con convention, right? Convention. They engage in political and artistic censorship all the time, right? There's people in certain circles, right? And if you don't want to see certain circles, they'll always, I could be wrong, right? They give you a certain itinerary, right? Of a map of where you can go, where you can feel good about yourself. It's a safe space map. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay for a mod. You don't have to pay for anything whatsoever. At least in my opinion, I'm uneducated on this topic. Maybe that's inefficient, but like it seems like the most popular form of censorship is, at least to me, is you don't watch any right-wing vids, period, right? Isn't that the same as saying I remove them? As long as you never see them on any of your search engine results, why do you care, right? Right. I'm going to probably host a lot of these privately if I do this again. There's no way I can do this publicly because this is, I thought this is pro-corporate. So like I said, they're all interested in immortality, and a Holocaust is one way to get it. Sorry. It's just the truth. Rich people kill their employees that they don't like all the time, right? No one wants to talk about it. They were too terrified. But it happens. Quite a bit. They either don't pay them, which in an arguable case is worse than death, right? And they're too terrified to quit. Yeah, I don't... See, the other thing I don't like about people who are too passive-aggressive, there's this thing, like, you need to let it go. They always post that, right? It's kind of annoying, right? Just say, hey, look. You don't have to be an asshole. It's hard not to be, right? You could just say, hey, look. I don't know what else we can do about this, right? I think you should forget about it and move on. You don't always comedy. If you want to post comedy to feel better about yourself, feel free. I can't. I may write articles from now on, but if I want to do any of these videos, I really need like someone who can moderate my stuff to make sure it actually passes through a filter, right? So that's why I'm thinking today, like I should do a filter. I would need a filter system. There's no filter system. Forget about like removing videos by default, because what's the point? Oh, sorry. If there's no filter system, then I won't be able to protect myself from getting blocked, right? This is kind of one of those things. I don't know if other YouTubers do it, but they'll run the video through other people, beta testers. Yeah, that's the only way I can do those videos now. These days, this, meanwhile, is pretty manipulated, right? They may temporarily freeze or fluctuate, right? Especially for newly uploaded. So what does that mean? Freeze can mean anything. It can mean they froze the views like a week ago. They don't see the views yet. And then when they decide to work hard, they'll show up, right? Because at the end of the day, all the viewership on your videos are controlled by the programmer. There's no... the key is temporary could be permanent. Do you really know? Fluctuate. Same as freeze, to be honest. Not entirely, but I think the algorithm for fluctuate could be the same. I don't know. You don't really need a mod. Fuck, it's so easy to make a filter. At least if you've got like corporate paycheck, right? It shouldn't take that long. You just remove stuff. Facebook too, they could have a filter. There's no filter anywhere on this page. I don't know what they're doing these days. They just send it to a mod and you just remove stuff. Why don't you just filter? No one gets any of their videos removed, right? You just don't get to see it. That's the key here. It's the same as saying you removed the video. Yeah, I definitely don't know these days. I am getting... These days we'll see. But yeah, I don't have anything else I'm going to talk about today. I am going to end this soon because I'm realizing your life is hell if you make these long podcasts. I'm going to do... How about this? I'm probably going to... I probably have no choice but to give snippets of what I'm talking about as email marketing now. I have other things I can do in my spare time, and that help the advertiser more. It does. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking I might upload my key points of my podcast. Post in the comments. That would be about it. That will be my, so you ever see my comments, I just copy and paste my channel. Go see my channel. I can put like a Hallmark card quote or a Hallmark style thing and has substantial content. Right, so if my comments get banned, does my account get banned? So if I get more likes, depending on it, what happens? I might post a video. At least it may be an indicator that I can protect myself. So you have to take risk every time you do it. That's why, like I said, this is kind of why nothing makes money, right? Because no one's really protecting each other, and even if you take a limb, right, and say, hey, look, provide me business, right, so I can start a website so I can keep posting this shit, right? You don't really know if it actually succeeds. There's so much uncertainty. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what else to say. There's quite a bit of a. So this guy keeps his videos because he doesn't really talk about anything super substantial. I'm thinking of hiding with like this guy and doing history documentaries.
Completely mine. I wanted something. This video is made possible by NordVPN. We could do this in 2 weeks if we wanted. This is easy as shit, dude.
So I'm thinking of just becoming my own National Geographic channel and advertising for products. I'm just going to remove all my substantial shit. I'm going to just hide. I'm a historic site now.
Regulations, like anytime anyone wants to do any sort of extension, maintenance, anything, they have to go through like 18 levels of council approval. That always takes so much time.
I don't know why who Google's hiring these days seem to be hiring a waste of time or a waste of space. Anyone outside the school system could have told you, why not just invent a filter? This looks like a History National Geographic 4chan style. That seems safe. I can do that.
Right? Yeah, they spin. And then they generate electricity, and then that's what powers the opera.
I always laugh. Nothing substantial, but you know what I mean.
Perfect. You could probably show this to somebody who doesn't know what the Sydney Opera House looks like, and they'd probably just accept it. Oh, those spin? Oh, interesting.
You see what I mean? Like, this comes free.
I do not have enough viewership to go do my vids right now. I'll have to restructure. Right. Sorry. Dude, if you're not paid, there's only so much you can do. And then why? It's not like I can do it. It's like, why would I want to do it? Like, my incentive isn't there. Go hate on me all you want. But you can't do it like Facebook. Dude. I don't know. You can hire for programmers again. I don't deny that part, but I have legitimate questions now about the people who run this stuff, right? Why would you hire if you can't even think of a filter? I just thought of one, right? It wasn't even brainstormed either, because I would have seen it on the news by now. Right. I don't think advertisers really say what I mean. I don't think they put money into even people who support them. No one's putting money into anything on these fields. I'm starting to realize that, right? You get what you pay for. So here's what I would think. Future-wise, the future of social media. I'll end end this now because I'm gonna put in